Google search provides. Yes, whale watching in Michigan. Believe it or not, I've had a number of students who've said, gosh, I didn't know we had whales in our Great Lakes. But just Google the topic whale watching in the Great Lakes and you'll find lots of sites. They look valid, they look real, but of course they're not. So double checking our sources is a solid practice. Research, integration, and citation. Research is an integral part of our speech. We know what we're talking about because we have studied the topic in depth, but how much do we include and when? On the website, Stand Up, Speak Out, The Practice and Ethics of Public Speaking, the authors agree that no more than 10% of your speech should be direct quotes. See how I did that? I mentioned my source, a single number, and there you have it. Those are the basic rules for acknowledging your sources. The idea is to be fair. If someone else wrote it, you need to give them credit. If it's a primary source and it's written so well that you don't want to change it, then you can quote it. If it is general knowledge or a secondary source, you may want to paraphrase. Just remember, be fair and don't plagiarize. Also, include all your sources in your works cited. DeVito suggests the following. Mention the sources in your speech by citing at least the author and his or her qualifications, and if helpful, the publication in which the source was found and the date it was published. He also says that it is better to err on the side of too much information about your research rather than not enough. He suggests avoiding expressions such as, I have a quote here. Instead, use signal phrases such as, according to Jane Doe, or Mark Smith from the New York Times argues, the goal is to be seamless. Citing research sources in addition to the oral citations, you have to remember to prepare a written works cited list. That's next. MLA formatting. If you have taken a writing course at ACC or your high school, you probably already know about formatting. For some of you, this will be a refresher course. For others, I may be covering unfamiliar territory. Suffice it to say that when you find your research materials, you have to have a way to present it to the person who comes after you, in this case me, to be able to locate the sources you used. There are two basic styles, MLA and APA. We're going to be using MLA. Just so you know, most of the work has been taken out of this part of research, but more on that in just a bit. If you need more information or help with formatting, please contact the tutoring coordinator in Van Leer Hall. To begin with help on MLA formatting, it's wise to say to yourself, I need to work smarter, not harder. In order to help you write your citations for MLA formatting, you only need to go back to the library services, the same place you found the ACC collections, but this time you're going to be looking for the citation helper. Once you click on that link, the citation helper link, you will be taken to an external page under which you will find two programs that will help you with your writing. One is to check your paper. Simply upload a document and you'll get results on how much of your paper is direct quotations and perhaps where you might like to think about citing your sources. Also, you will find the Create Citations. Click on this link and you only need to select the MLA formatting link and the type of source you are working with, and you are good to go. I encourage you to use this tool for speech and for your other classes. It's a little fussy and it works best with Chrome. Also, if you have Microsoft Word, you may be familiar with its MLA formatting feature. Either way, you'll be better prepared with your citations. Keep track of all of these and any quotes you use. To help guide you with MLA formatting, I have included a list of items you need to incorporate into each of your citations. You will also see 2 examples of citations for the works cited page. These are just samples of what they might look like. At the bottom of this same page, you will find an explanation of how to write an annotation, which I will address on the next slide. There is also a short practice for the works cited page and a sample of what annotations look like. So on to homework number 3, an annotated bibliography. An annotated bibliography is a list of citations to books, articles, and documents. Here you will cite at least 3 research sources you have looked at for this speech. You may cite a book, article, journal, but you must use the appropriate MLA style format. Make sure to use a variety of sources. That is, do not only use the internet. Write a concise annotation that includes each of the following: a summary in the first paragraph, an evaluation of the text in the second paragraph, and in the third paragraph, a reflection on its applicability to your own research, respectively. Each of your 3 sources will have 3 paragraphs. Each paragraph should have at least 4 sentences. And each annotation should look like the sample on your workbook page. Just a note, annotations are important because they force us to look closely at the materials we are using, and we become more critical users of those materials. So now it's time to practice and do homework number 3.